as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day.
Welcome back to Marbella now. My name is Nicole King, and it's wonderful to be back here at the Harbour Restaurant in the Marbella Marina. We've been recording here all summer, and it's spectacular. The views are wonderful, always a great breeze, and the food is wonderful too. So although it looks very private and exclusive, do come up those stairs through either the Royal Maritime Club at the entrance of the Puerto Deportivo, the Marbella Marina, or this back way you can come up as well. So also wheelchair friendly and dog friendly, which is very important here in Marbella. We do like to go out with our animals. We have got a great show lined up for you this week. We will be welcoming Oscar Horacio, who's got a great TV show in Spanish called Marbella Te Quiero. Lily Van Tongeren is telling us what they are going to be needing for AAA Animal Centre Rescue Centre coming up over the next few months. And also we've got Charito Van Hoos, who's here from the Deborah Butterfly Skin Children's Charity. And then we've got the Beetle Drive coming up, and we'll be telling you more about that with the Rotary Marbella Guadalmina Club, and Ali Meehan, president and founder of Costa Women. So a lot going on, a lot to get through. Empecemos.
Hey, hey.
I feel like one of the minions with Ali Meehan, our president and founder of Costa Women, because she is our leader. And how many of us are you leading now, Ali? Welcome.
Welcome, thank you. Just over 7,000.
OMG, that is just amazing.
Yeah.
How long have Costa Women been running?
We started in September 2010, so soon anniversary time. And all because I needed some friends.
You've got over 7,000 friends now. Are they demanding friends? What kind of friends are they?
I'm very greedy, aren't I? No, they're very good friends actually. Yeah, they're very inclusive friends. They're very supportive friends. They're a great tribe to have, and I recommend anyone to have a tribe like that. They're
it's
fabulous.
interesting because just famously, women are not good friends to women.
No.
Catty, bitchy. And another thing is one of the things that first struck me when I became a member of Costa Women in 2011-12, that isn't the case. It's actually women who, maybe because we're all living here in the sunshine and feel privileged, but are quite happy to help other women. And a lot of women have created sub-associations and things, but always with this support.
Yes.
How did you manage that?
I don't know, I mean, for me it's very important. I think life is too short to pick a fight with somebody and to bitch about other people, so I really wanted it to be a very inclusive community. And also we're foreigners in a foreign land, we all face the same sort of challenges, so there's no point in being mean to somebody, because you know they could be going through something that you don't know about. You know, the face doesn't always portray what's going on in your head.
I think a lot of us tend to forget that, and we judge people very quickly on one moment, on a reaction, or on circumstances that we really do know very little about. We're changing the order of how possibly we were going to discuss this, but this month, September, is Mental Health Awareness Month. And curiously, this has been coming to me for all sides. Last week, the British Consul Charmaine Arbuin spoke about this, how for within the government, this is now almost obligatory that the civil servants ensure that they are of good mental health, sound mind, because otherwise how can they help others? Why? What you also sent me a little note like, wait, we need to do
because somebody made me aware of an event that's happening actually in Gibraltar, which is linked with the British initiative, which is called Chatty Cafes. And what they're doing is they're getting cafes around Gibraltar to get involved in this initiative, where they're putting on the table a piece of paper that basically says, I don't mind chatting to somebody. Because Spain is a wonderful place where women, you can go and have a coffee on your own and not feel that you're some weird person that's got no friends. So, but this initiative means that if someone's sitting on a table on their own and they've got this I don't mind chatting, then you can just go over and start a conversation, which I think is wonderful.
I heard about that same association from a lady who lives in Costa Blanca. Having gone through depression, she found she had no one to speak to, and having seen that this from England, actually, the Chatty Cafe, she wanted to create something in the Costa Blanca. and it very much resounded with what we discussed at United Nationalities Summit
Yeah.
in April. That, for example, here in our local restaurants and cafes in Marbella, Costa del Sol, we could have maybe areas or Women's Wednesdays
Yeah.
where you could, if you were in a certain area of the restaurant, it meant you were open to people sitting with you. A lot of time depression is worse because there just isn't someone to talk to.
No, and here it's very difficult because you may be living apart from your friends and family and from your own country. You may be completely new. You may be here with a partner, but you may not have spent that amount of time with that specific partner. So that may be a challenge. They may go off and have their own hobbies. You may not have any particular interests, and it can be quite a lonely ordeal moving to another country. Plus, you've got to deal with another language that you may not be aware of. So, I think mental health is something that is prevalent here on the Costa del Sol or around Spain with foreigners, because people deal with it in different ways. Sadly, some people take to drink. But if we can find support networks that help people.
Sometimes it's just someone else pointing it out. You don't even realise you're losing yourself, or asking them how they, like as Charmaine said last week, how are you?
Yeah.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Just as you don't even have to be invasive, or just to show that support, a bit like the age concern philosophy.
Yeah.
Be neighbourly.
Yeah.
If you've got someone next door, take a little bit of an interest. Maybe they do need just that little bit of a support system. Costa Women undoubtedly is that it's not just an online networking group. You do many presential coffee mornings and events all along, well, not now just the coast, because you've got members nationwide.
Yes, no, we have 23 meetup groups that meet up over the whole of Spain. So not just here, but Barcelona, Madrid, Ibiza, all over the Spanish mainland and the islands. Yeah.
So a bit like other clubs, if you are in Marbella, but you've got to go to Madrid on business,
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
contact Costa Women in Madrid and say,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to be there for a couple of days,
Yeah.
maybe meet up as well. It's nice that it gives this networking base.
Yes, and there's a lot of women that are thinking about moving to Spain with their families, and they're all on their own, and they're not sure yet which particular place they want to move into. So then they can join our groups for the areas that they're looking at and chat to the girls there and find out what it's like there, and whether there's schools there, and what it's like for older people, and what it's like for global digital nomads. I'm seeing a lot of digital nomads moving to Spain now. So. Yeah,
What's a digital nomad?
Digital nomad is somebody that basically works online.
Okay, so you can work from anywhere in the world.
So basically your laptop is your best friend. So you live off your laptop. Yep, yeah.
The information that you have compiled about all the areas in Spain, the challenges that you went through, and the people over the last nearly decade who are going in the right direction, have led you to compile this in a book.
Yes.
And that is quite commendable. Well done, you. Tell us a bit about the concept.
This is actually the second book that we've done. It's called Spain and Me, and they're stories from Costa Women members. And this new book that we brought out has got 14 stories in there, everything from having a baby right through to losing a friend or a partner through death, sadly. And all the bits in between. So lifestyle, retiring here, living inland and living off grid, all those sorts of different things that people maybe want to know a bit more about. There's stories in there from Costa Women members who have gone through that. So it's a completely free ebook, as is joining Costa Women. That's completely free. We love free stuff. And it's just called Spain and Me, and if people are interested to get a copy, we'll put a link to it underneath this interview, and it's just a free PDF download.
That's
so
fabulous.
both books are there.
And it's a guide to coming to live in Spain from the inside, from real life stories. That obviously is what we need as a guide.
Yes.
What do you think apart from 7,000 plus friends, what do you think the Costa Women has given you unexpectedly that you weren't anticipating?
It's given me an awful lot. It's given me a chance to give back to a community when living in another country. It's given me a lot of confidence, actually, because you probably remember the first few interviews I did with you. So I think
I'm with you. We've both grown in that respect.
So it's given me a lot of confidence. It's given me the chance to share my network with a lot of people. So I get contacted regularly by people asking, I've got this new project that I want to launch, a new business idea. Have you got any ideas how I can launch it? Those sorts of things. And that's great to be able to support people in their business challenges. So it's given me a lot. Yeah.
And the satisfaction of knowing that a lot of people would have been quite lost without this support system, which is very much in line, which is something I want to develop with you, how we can also here in Marbella offer this support thing that sometimes people just are lacking in confidence, lacking with someone to chat with, just need someone to hang out. The Costa Women is always the first thing I recommend for a woman to do.
Thank
because
you.
it just makes sense. It's what I did. It gives you a base of where to start, to make friends. You have great coffee mornings, as you say, all along that you can fit in with the area you live in. And it's a great way to meet like-minded people.
And I also find that sometimes you'll make friends with somebody and then you don't actually need to come along to any more meetings because you've got your own little tribe together. But it's that initial finding a tribe, and I think there's a lot of women that are very nervous of going into a new environment, meeting people that they don't necessarily know. There's a lot of introverts out there who find it a big challenge, but I would just encourage them to come along to a coffee morning or an evening event or one of the business networking events and just take that first initial step.
And is it the type of group where a woman can walk in on her own as a new member and will be spoken to and welcomed?
Yes,
Because I think a lot of people have this fear, or even sitting at a table saying, I'm free to chat. What if no one sits with me? It's this insecurity, again, as you're saying, there's maybe lack of confidence that seems to embrace, possibly because of the, I think, unrealistic expectations we have from a society today. We expect our children to be perfect at school. Everything is judged by, did you do well in your exams? A child shouldn't be qualified by whether they did well at school or not. So we're very tending from little to actually tell people they are worth it something or not worth something. So I think we could start from there.
Definitely. And as Charmaine said, just going up to somebody and saying, how are you? But actually then listening to what they have to say. Because a lot of us are so busy. We don't actually, a lot of us say, oh, how are you? But we don't want to.
We're not really interested.
We're
not expecting an answer. We don't want an answer.
Exactly.
And God forbid they should say, well, actually, take a moment, let's chat.
So it is actually making sure you have the time and you're prepared to sit and have a chat with somebody, because it could change their day or life. You just don't know.
Yes, I'm surprised actually to be hearing so much about depression, mental health, in the sense, apart from bipolar syndromes and Alzheimer's, all other issues seem to be kind of taboo. And that to say mental health, but I think, again, as Charmaine said, a lot of us come in and out of mental well-being. Stress, unrealistic expectations of ourselves and others is a big one.
It is.
Get realistic
and
expectations.
Social media, unfortunately, doesn't really help with that, because we just tend to see people's high days and holidays. We don't see the bad times when they're going through a particular crisis. And you do tend to spend your time behind that screen, which again isn't always positive. Because you can hide behind it. You don't have to show yourself to the world, which is the tough thing to do. But once you've done it,
and maybe just choosing those people, because the world can be cruel, and there are people. But if you get together with like-minded people, like in Costa Women, that they've already said, I want to be part of a group, I want to support others, I want to make friends. They've already made that commitment. So do dare, be brave, and go to a Costa Women event, even if you're on your own, because as I say, there's already that commitment has been stated to be one of a group. Imagine now with such a force, you're actually being able to achieve more things.
I think we are. I mean, we launched a buddy scheme recently this year, which enables new people that are arriving on the Costa del Sol to have a local female buddy who's lived here for long enough to understand how things work, so then they can connect with them and say, okay, how do I actually go and get an NIE? But they don't give legal advice, but they can actually say, well, I did it this way. So
that's a fabulous idea.
It's to give them tips, really, or how do I find a shop that sells knitting wool, or anything that happens.
Not having the language is a big deterrent. I was talking to some people the other day, and they were kind of upset that that hadn't been replied to, and,
Okay.
because they hadn't this. And so I said, well, did you send it in English or Spanish? And they said, well, English. And it's like, okay, but I just have to know that no one in that office speaks English.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit being the devil's advocate, a bit rude, don't you think? Do you
Yeah,
mean we're
yeah,
in
yeah.
Spain to
Yeah.
send information in English to a
Yeah.
Spanish company, and I don't mean it in a bad way of being rude, but it's just like thoughtless. We're not
Yeah.
really thinking about where we are, and a lot of the times the frustrations are our lackings.
Yes.
It's not the
Yeah.
country's lackings,
No.
it's our lack of knowledge.
Yeah, I always say it's not wrong, it just is. It's
Exactly.
the way they do things.
It's the way they do things. And
Yeah.
we've chosen to be here,
Yeah.
so we need to play that game. But it is difficult when you don't know. Costa Women is a big support there. The main thing is online. As you say, it's free.
Yes.
So we go online to costawomen.com.
Yeah, absolutely. It's completely free to join, and we can then add you to groups. We've got groups on Facebook, we've got groups on the website.
What do those groups do?
The groups are a place to ask for recommendations for different things. They're to share your businesses, but also to find out about events that are happening, not just ours, but other people's events, like we're sharing the Beetle Drive at the moment. And also to connect with people. So when new people join the group, I always ask them to introduce themselves. So then we find out what their hobbies are and their interests, and somebody may say, oh, I like golf as well, you know, I'd quite like to go and play a game with you. So those sorts of first encounters.
And
as
nice
it were.
because it's again all grouped by areas.
Yes.
So you can find the people, everyone who's listed is listed in their areas, you know, who's around you
Yep.
and who has those similar interests. In fact, the web is beautifully separated with classified ads, job offers,
Yep.
events, and where every Costa Woman is free to go and put their information in
Absolutely.
the web, which is wonderful. And I've
Yeah.
always had great response. Whatever I've put in the
Okay,
Costa Women
good,
page,
good.
I've always had a fabulous response from the general members and from you too. So,
Okay, good.
well done, you.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
More
Yeah.
challenging every day, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
there are
it
more
is,
challenges.
You've grown a lot with the project as well.
Yeah. And it's grown organically. So I haven't had to face the challenges that I face now when I started. So gradually building it up and building it up.
Well,
Yeah, it's been
hashtag
good.
Ali Meehan is making it happen. She
you.
makes it happen every year. In fact, you've got the event coming up again next year, and I'm
Yeah.
sure great things will be in store
Yeah,
for
in March the 8th.
that. But
Yeah.
we want March the 8th, okay,
Yeah,
perfect
yeah,
date, but we will
yeah.
not wait till then to speak again.
I hope not.
No, well, but congratulations and everything,
Thank
Ali.
you,
It's
Nicole,
nice
and
to
thanks
get-
for your support.
Oh, it's hashtag better together.
Absolutely.
Hey, hey.
Free taxi 4 times a month and 25% discount on your car insurance if you're the Zero Hero.
Yeah, I'm here in Marbella, but it says here I'm in La Canada.
If you haven't mastered the lingo, don't worry. Linear Director has a free GPS geolocator service that will come and find you.
Hey, hey.
The kitchen is open here at the harbour from 12 o'clock midday all through the day until the evening. So any time is suitable to come in to have a snack or a full-blown meal. The food is exquisite. Mark Quinlan is a great international chef, and we're very blessed to have this calibre of people gracing us in our beautiful city. Also, the Marbella Marina is one of Marbella's best kept secrets. What a fabulous little port here right in the heart of our city. If you've never been, please do come down. New restaurants and new places opening up all the time. It's really a great place to hang out, have a stroll, and rent yourself a boat and go out and enjoy the water. That's it for this evening. Thank you for joining us for Marbella Now this evening. If you want to watch recordings of our show, please go to our website, rtvmarbellanow.com. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, y hasta mañana.